In a quiet village where the night sky had been dark for generations, a young girl named Leora lived with her grandmother. The villagers often told stories of the stars that once danced in the heavens, but to Leora, they were nothing more than myths. The sky had remained empty for as long as she could remember, shrouded in an eternal darkness. One evening, as Leora wandered through the woods searching for firewood, she stumbled upon something strange, a delicate shimmering thread caught in the branches of an old oak tree. The thread glowed faintly, unlike anything she had seen before. Curious, she traced the thread deeper into the forest until she found an ancient hidden cottage. Inside, she discovered a magnificent loom covered in dust, with more glowing threads piled beside it. As she touched them, a voice echoed in the air. "You have found the loom of the Star Weaver," whispered the wind. "Long ago, a weaver stitched stars into the sky, but when she vanished, the stars faded and the world was left in darkness." Leora's heart pounded. Could she bring the stars back? With trembling hands, she sat at the loom. She picked up a thread and wove it through, unsure of what she was doing. As the shuttle moved, a single tiny spark appeared above her, floating, flickering, then vanishing. She gasped. Determined, she wove another. This time, the spark did not disappear but remained, glimmering above the treetops. One by one, she worked through the night, each thread becoming a star. Her fingers ached, but the sky, for the first time in generations, began to twinkle. The next morning, the villagers awoke to a breathtaking sight. The night sky had come alive with tiny lights. They stared in awe, whispering of miracles. But Leora, exhausted, barely noticed. She could feel something strange happening. Her fingers were turning translucent, glowing like the threads she had woven. Each night she returned to the loom, adding more stars. But each time, a little more of herself faded. She knew what was happening. She was becoming part of the sky. One evening, as she wove the final constellation, her grandmother arrived, tears in her eyes. "My child, you have brought back the stars, but at what cost?" Leora smiled, her voice barely a whisper. "The world needs light, grandmother. The sky should never be empty again." With her last thread, she wove the brightest star of all. As it took its place in the heavens, Leora vanished into the sky, becoming a part of the stars she had given back to the world. The villagers named the brightest star Leora's Light, and to this day, they tell the story of the girl who wove the stars back into the sky, forever shining down on them,